Hey guys, welcome to the Ramblin' Gypsy podcast. My name is Tiffany Foy. If this is your first time joining us, this is my porch. And today usually we have Kel that's with us. She's always hanging and we're solving the world's problems. But today I brought one of my girlies on. This is a very good friend of mine. We met years and years and years ago. This is Miss Emily Roberts.
Well, hey y'all.
Yeah. So she
is
where
we really met.
Well, come on.
We were getting a pedicure.
We were.
Like any normal
people.
We
that
just
care about your toes. I mean, that give a damn. Yeah.
I was looking at a video of my daughter, and she was little. She's 6 now. She was little. And you were like, your kids are freaking cute. Yeah. And I was like, you're cute.
Then
we're friends.
We should talk. Yeah. We should hang out. We should do something.
It was the strangest bonding moment.
It was
who
cool.
Doesn't bond when they're getting.
When you're like a little social butterfly, and we're both kind of one of those that just kind of walks up and talks to people.
Yep.
And so, but that was a long time ago. So the kids were little.
I know.
I feel like she's got 2 boys and a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
we got one about to graduate kindergarten.
Cheese and rice.
Yeah. And then my oldest is going into 5th grade. It's just weird. We're in 2 very different seasons of life.
Yes.
But we make it work because we want to help women. We want to empower them.
Mm-hmm.
We like weird things and we're weird. So.
Very weird. Yeah. I feel like you and I hit it off just with our... And if you've watched some of my episodes before, you've heard me talk about how I'm not really a women's woman or a girl's girl. We're very... You're loud. We're very
independent as well. Like I have a childhood best friend, but I literally was just telling Tiffany before I walked in this room, like Scott and I my husband, I'm like, we don't belong anywhere.
Yeah.
Like we've moved 6 times in 7 years. Our kids think it's normal to live in a hotel.
Uh-huh.
And they're also really bougie. So
yeah.
But I'm like, where do I belong? Like I'm 34, a mom of 3, and considered a millionaire at this age. I'm in sales, and it's none of my friends relate to that.
Right. And that's another reason why I want to introduce you to everybody on my porch, because I feel like there's so many things that you can tell people. And let's tell everybody how Emily became. Yeah. Let's tell them how unprofessional that you really are. So let's how did it start?
So a lifetime ago, my husband served in the Marine Corps.
Mind you, she's 34, so she's talking about a lifetime ago.
I was 24 then.
Okay.
I knew everything.
You're such an old lady.
Aren't your kids in their 20s now?
30s.
Okay, so
by the way, yeah.
They know everything.
20s and 30s. Yeah, they think they do.
That was me.
Yeah.
Freshly married. Scott was in Afghanistan. It was his 4th tour. And I literally had just given birth to my oldest son. And I had walked away from personal finance. That's what I did for 5 years. Worked my way up in the company. Was doing great. Making big girl money. Thought I had arrived. We lived in San Diego. And we lived credit card to credit card. That's not the way. Smart living. It's very stressful. On top of, okay, do I work and pay for childcare? Because then I'm working for free. Do I, what am I doing?
What am I doing?
And so I was in college full time, online student, did not know what I wanted to be when I grew up. Just did not. Just for example, 3 things I had written down: aeronautical engineer, radio, or mom. Those are my 3 passions.
And those are so close together. They have so much to do with each other.
Completely similar.
Seriously.
And that's how it started. I went to UT Tyler for their engineering program, lost my professor and my grandmother the same day, dropped out of college, moved in with my grandpa because everyone wants to be roommate with their grandpa at 19. Everyone.
Yeah.
But I'm so thankful for that season, because that's when Scott came home from a different tour. He came home from Iraq.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going backwards here for a second. And I was a Hooters girl, because you gotta pay your bills. Somehow, right? Yeah. And I have a cute butt, so it made sense. Worked at Hooters. Scott came in, and all the Hooter girls were like, if you don't take that guy at table 34, we're gonna take that guy. I was like, I think I know that guy. And so real quick, I'm about to blow everyone's minds. I married my ex-boyfriend's uncle.
Wait a minute. Hold your porch light. hold your cocktail.
I know.
I'm going to need a dry eraser. Okay, stop. let's back up here.
Okay.
We're hootering.
I had to make you like me first with the whole military sob story.
Yeah.
And then,
okay.
Okay. So when I left for UT Tyler, I was dating this guy who got accepted at A&M.
Okay.
We had been on and off through high school, broke up.
Yeah.
Obviously, Aggie, Longhorn.
Seriously, I'm just thinking, hello, house divided.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to make that Facebook account because that's when Facebook happened. And I get this DM from Scott, my now husband, who's like, hey, girl. And I was like, hey, no. Weird.
Yeah.
Because even though they're 2 years apart by blood, he's an uncle. Because he came anybody out there who got a vasectomy, go get checked. Yeah. My husband came 10 years after his sister because his dad didn't go back and get checked after his vasectomy. Thankful for that, but also yikes.
Some leftover Nemos.
A little bit.
Okay.
And Scott was born and super cute guy, but I was like, it's weird. No. And then all that happened. I lost my professor, lost my grandma, moved back home. He just happened to be home after a deployment with some money to spend and a Hooters bar to spend it in.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I think that's Scotty. That's what we call him. Yeah. And yes, Scotty doesn't know is like his ultimate pet peeve. So the intro to this podcast needs to be Scotty doesn't know.
Yeah.
100%.
Hey, we will grab little snippets. We will be talking about all kinds of things and then we come up with what to call it. And then I think you may have just nailed it.
So good.
Yeah.
So yeah, married my ex-boyfriend's uncle. Been married for 14 years. He was deployed. I had that baby. Was taking online classes, literally like, what am I doing with myself? A friend was posting about a product on Facebook that it sounded like something I needed, but it's one of those like, bless her heart moments. Yeah. Because how many of you have been scammed before? How many of you bought something on the internet and you're like, that doesn't really work. Too good to be true. Right. That was me. Total hater. Proud hater. I'm like openly mocked it and then I bought it and significantly helped me. I was on 75 milligrams of Zoloft and feeling like trash, just straight garbage. I just would sit on my couch. My baby would be like doing his little baby jungle gym thing on the floor and I would just be like, is today over yet? Yeah. Scott got stressed and was like, well, you're different. Yeah. Started taking that. They were gut health supplements. Started taking them consistently. Felt totally different. Felt like me again. Because when you're 24, you're not supposed to feel 84.
No, not at all.
And it came with a business model, which is direct sales. Very similar to influencers that we all know and love. If you love something, you're going to talk about it. And where are you going to talk about it? The internet.
The internet.
And that's what I started doing. And that was in 2014. So I've been doing that for a decade. It's kind of weird.
That's crazy.
And that's what led to becoming a millionaire by the age of 30 and just going after big freaky dreams that I wouldn't have had. Right. You know, we lived credit card. Like going to Chipotle and getting guac was extra and a fight later. Yeah. Like he was like, girl, did you have to get the guac?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I did. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, that's kind of the little backstory.
So if advice for anybody that's out there and it takes a special person obviously to become somebody that can, one, have the willpower to work from home is a totally different ballgame. Yep. Two, you have to think about direct sales. I mean, what would be your advice for anybody that's out there that says, no, I can't do it, or I just don't have the willpower. I mean, there's so much involved to get to where you are. Let's give
Let me tighten my ponytail.
Make sure the horns stay down because there's that one side. Let's think about that for a minute. I mean, what would you? Okay. I know me personally. When I changed my life as far as working, driving to the place, working the 6 a.m. to 7 and 8 at night, to traveling and working for myself and working basically from home, but I was on the road a lot. It took to get up in the morning, and whether you're at home that day, get out of your pajamas, put on, you don't necessarily have to do the whole makeup thing and whatever, because I'm not a big makeup person anyways, but it just to change your outfit, wash your face, brush your teeth, it kind of goes back into when mom says, make sure you have on clean underwear because you're going to be in the car wreck or whatever. And, if you shit yourself when you hit the windshield, then that's your own damn problem. I mean, but at least don't show up with, 4-day-old shit stains in your drawers. I mean, come on now, so, I mean, that was really a point for me that was valuable, that would help. So, if anybody is feeling like, I've got to get out of this funk, or I can't work from home. And I guess, COVID and all that changed a whole lot for everybody.
It really did.
That's when your day drinkers went to day drinking, night drinking, A drinking, B drinking, third shift drinking, whatever. So, but there's got to be, you being one, the age that you decided to do that is a huge factor. 2, throw some pointers at everybody out there that, I mean,
there are days that putting on a bra is a lot. That's a lot. Mental health, especially for moms and in motherhood, that season of life. It's like every season you're grieving a loss of someone that's still alive and growing up, but like they don't need you anymore, or they need you fully. And that was a lot. I'm the oldest of 4 siblings. And so I never wanted children. I used to I told my mom all the time, like, I'm going to be a bartender. I love people. I love like interacting, but like motherhood, man, like I have 3 siblings. They called me the other mother. Yeah. And so having my own children, and 3, like officially outnumbered, it's like, okay, how can I provide for them, but also be present, but also kind of have my own thing? And that is why I liked this type of job, was because it was a work from home job where I set the pace. Right. And for those that are skeptical of network marketing, it is no different than going to Target and finding a pair of cute flip-flops, and you go and you tell your bestie, like, hey, these are on sale for $20 at Target. Or going to Home Depot and picking out a paint color for all my do-it-yourselfers. Like, I made $0 flipping 3 farmhouses and an RV. Like, $0 telling people, hey, this color gray is going to look a lot better in light versus this color gray. $0. But you want to come to me and be like, Emily, I'm not pooping. Great. I got a solution. Yeah. And here's a probiotic. I made $4,000 in 1 week. And that was from building a residual income through this direct sales model. And moms can do it. I mean, men can do it too. But like my network, my people are moms, because you're tired and you're exhausted and you need money just to contribute for extras. Maybe that's a mani-pedi for you. Maybe it's select ball for your kid, rodeo, whatever you're into. Yeah. And I mean, I told y'all guac was an extra. We didn't have money for extras. And so I like nice things. I like shiny things. Right. And my husband knows that. And so he's like, girl, we're going to have to change some things up. And I was like, well, what if I went back to work? Which he was like, we can't afford childcare. Right. I was like, but what if I can stay home? So I was skeptical at first. Then I did the dang thing. Then he was skeptical because he was like, no, it's a pyramid scheme. It's this, it's that, right? Right. I'm like, corporate America is the biggest pyramid scheme of all time. Do you not have a CEO and a regional manager and a manager and a power tripping coworker, and then you? Do you not? Yeah. Been there, done that. Yeah. And driving around. You were saying you were in your car all the time. Yeah. Statistics say that we humans spend at least 19 hours of our life in our car for employment purposes. And I'm like, no. I could spend 19 hours on a beach. I could spend 19 hours, at a ballpark, for crying out loud. But like, that is not where I wanted to spend that kind of time. In your car. In your car. We talk about it all the time. We just came, we're in the music scene. And so there's a lot of time spent traveling. There's a lot of time the guys spend on the road. They talk about, well, we're going from point A to point B. Well, we've been sleeping in bunks for this and that. Well, in the last couple of months, I've been driving to gig and what have you, and have brought bunches of them home with me. And just going through the travel from Austin to San Antonio, we just keep talking. I just had to go. I had an eye appointment yesterday. I had to go have my eyes dilated and all this nonsense. And Nick had to drive me back. And we were talking about how it does not matter what time of day. And 19 hours sounds like a lot. It's not. No. And you think what normally would take for us just to run. My appointment was right there in Live Oak. Yeah. Literally 10, 15 minutes, especially if you take the back way from where you and I live. It's nothing to get there. Girl, we were on the road an hour and some change just to get to right there at 1604. Yeah.
And it's insane.
Yeah. So imagine the freedom of finding success in something you absolutely love doing. You love music, then you will find ways to passionately pursue that. You love your babies, but you also like your mani-pedis. You will find a way to work that business. And I think something that comes to mind all the time when it comes to like, is that selfish? If I pursue something for mommy, if I pursue something for, is that selfish? 100% no. I was
Absolutely
raised
not.
by a single mom.
Yes.
She worked her ass off.
Yep.
She taught me work ethic.
Yes.
She taught me how to say no and set healthy boundaries. She taught me you show up for your kids and then you show them how to show up.
Right.
So as a senior in high school, I had 4 jobs. I worked at our church. I worked at, I don't even know if anybody will remember this store in the mall. It's called Libby Lou. And like you did like little, it was like before it was, now it's Sweet and Sassy, I think.
Well, that is so crazy that you're talking about that, because yesterday when we were going to San Antonio, Nick, she was literally describing the whole Libby Lou and the Sweet and Sassy thing, because we drove by and she's like, oh my gosh, there's a Sweet and Sassy. Yeah.
When you don't have littles in that age group anymore, you're like, oh,
and I'm like, what is that? Like, is that like a
Hannah
good
Montana
margarita, or what is it? I mean, we're going to go have one?
You need one after.
Yeah.
We used to do little girls updos and let them lip sync to Hannah Montana. That was like my day job.
That's exactly, she did bring the whole Hannah Montana thing. I feel like were you in the car with us yesterday?
No,
I'm pretty sure you were. That's so crazy.
No, but that's what I did.
It's so crazy.
I'll never forget the day I got a job at Hooters. I was working at Johnny Rockets, and you know, there you wear khaki pants, a white button up, a full apron, a bow tie, and a cone hat, right? Super sexy. And
so attractive. I'm such a visual person.
Yeah. And
I'm going to need you to relive that for me later.
These 1950s dances. I'm going to be that for Halloween.
Please.
And I just like, I was like, I'm not making good money here.
Right.
And as my mom,
it could have been the hat, not,
maybe,
I mean, I don't
maybe the bow tie.
I don't know.
Boom.
Just going to throw that out there.
Thoughtful. Yeah. I just remember I got the job at Hooters. I put the uniform in my purse.
Yeah.
I went home.
Yeah.
I was terrified to tell my very Southern Baptist mother.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, I found a way to help us make money legally and with my clothes on. And she was like, okay.
Let me show you this outfit.
I said my uniform
this goes right here. Yeah.
She goes, your uniform fits in your purse. I was like, yes, ma'am. Mind you, I didn't even wear like a 2-piece until I was 17. And so she was like, hold on.
Lord, you stuck her straight in the hospital, girl.
She was just like
mortified.
Okay, hold on. So I like get out the orange shorts, get out. If you scroll far enough on my Facebook, you'll find it.
Yeah.
The pantyhose, the white Skechers sneakers, the whole, I mean, it's a vibe, right? Anyways, I just remember I put it on and she cried.
Yeah, of course she did. I know your mom.
Not even kidding. She kept me humble. She was, you don't even have Hooters.
Yeah.
I was like, first of all,
wait for it.
We grow
They have these other things on the web called chicken cutlets.
That's what I used to stick right up in there with my miraculous bra from Victoria's Secret.
Girl.
Oh man, that was the
went
best.
From size A to a triple D
overnight.
Yeah,
overnight. That's why Scott sat in my section.
Of course he did.
Then
table
Hooters.
34.
Actually, the first time we ever like messed around, I had to put the chicken cutlets on the dresser.
Oh Lord,
because it was after work, and he was like, What's
happening?
Shouldn't
those be on the grill? With a little olive oil, maybe some salt and pepper.
I was like, babe, I don't really have big boobs. He was like, no, you have a cute butt again. With
right,
butt
there it goes. Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And he goes, wait, do all the girls do that? I was like, about 90% of us.
Yeah.
And he was like,
it's a job.
You don't have Hooters.
No.
I was like, no, it's these. And I was like, don't smell them.
Right.
He was like,
they smell like wings.
Yeah, they're so disgusting. Yeah. But he was just like,
oh my
God. So I mean,
dying.
that was the beginning of our relationship.
Right.
The beginning for sure.
I mean, of course, anybody that can set chicken cutlets on their end table.
But all that to say, I worked my butt off and learned at a young age, if I wanted more out of life, I had to show up. And so for a lot of you, like, you're already there. And so one of my favorite things at the gym where I work out, it says, you're here, you showed up, now show up. And it's like one of my favorite things, because it's like, you're already here. You've already picked the thing that you're passionate about. Just show up.
Right.
Show up consistently. People, like, you're going to be told no a lot. So when I have women that come into my industry and they're like, I want to do this, and like, I can't get a sale. I'm like, the difference between you and me is I've heard the word no a million more times than you. Because after you get those no's, when you do get a yes, you're kind of like, well, now what do I do?
Right.
Like they do want my product. They do want my service, my song, whatever.
Yes.
And I'm like, just expect the no.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as moms, we are told no, or we say no to our kids
a million times
long,
over.
But then we're told no in sales or whatever.
And now your heart's broken.
Like, get over it. Get over it,
Come on.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
And so, no, that's just like one of the biggest things I learned early on. And then just at like your creative genius, like that's where I thrive. It gives me energy to create content. I'm so weird. If you follow me on Instagram, you know how weird I am. And I vibe there. And then if you were to ask me to, you know, sit down and create a plan or a layout for women to learn, I'm like, I don't know how to do that.
No,
I don't know
that's not how I do it.
No, I could just like sit and just shoot off the cusp, you know, things. But like, I'm not a teacher, but I can teach you. And so some of you are like, I'm not this, but I'm this. Find out what just lights you up.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Come on.
Find out what lights your candle.
Yes.
What is it that is your vibe? What strikes your vibe? What tickles your fancy? I mean, there's so many different things. And when you find that, it's almost like one of the things that my son, I learned from my oldest one is, you know, he played, talking about select baseball, he played select ball. I mean, from the time the child, you could play t-ball way back when he was on the field, and then went on to play select ball. They were one game away from the Little League World Series. I mean, these kids, I mean, we traveled all over. We did all the things in the baseball fields. But then the kid leaves high school, goes to college, and what does he do? He plays college football. I'm like, wait, what? What are you doing? Where's your bat? That's the wrong shoes. Yeah, you're wearing the wrong outfit. And it was the taste of the hit on the football field for him. And it was that one hit that he got. And it was the rush. It was it was everything. I mean, it changed this child. He'd been on a baseball field for 18 some odd years. Yeah. And then boom, he gets that one hit his sophomore year in high school. And
game over.
Baseball, what?
Yeah.
Ned could give two shits about the baseball game.
It's like me going to bingo. I used to go to the bars, and now I hang out with 67-year-olds at a bingo
hall. Why have you not taken me? I have been begging someone to go. Rush. I just want to yell at one time and I want it to be real.
Real money.
I just want to hang. Yes.
Real money. No, I'm for real. I didn't mean to change the subject. I just was like, oh,
that's my porch. So they're used to it. We just bebop all over the place.
It's true. And you got to let your kids figure it out, you know, and you got to figure it out. You know, if you want to make $1 million, map it out. What does that look like for you? Where's your time need to go? Because right now, I guarantee you scrolling on TikTok, you are buying things you don't need. And if you take that time evaluation and you sit down, you're like, where does my time really go? Like, take 5 minutes.
Time management. Woo! Time management is huge in so many different things. I use it and think about it, and I remind all of the kids that are with me all the time. Yeah. Oh, look what I got done. That is adorable. That is so cute. Yeah. But do you know how long it took you to color that apple red? For fuck's sake, you've been sitting there staring at that apple for a week. Oh, come on now!
I will never forget what changed my life. So there's
hit
that
the print button. Just print the damn thing out. Don't color it.
There's that general guy who wrote a book, Make Your Damn Bed.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Scott read that book, told me to read it. I didn't listen. Natural wife response. And
I'll read it on my own time, not yours. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll do it because I want to. But I did find a different book by James Clear called Atomic Habits. Love that book. Do the Audible version. Let him read it to you. He's super sarcastic and has a dry sense of humor. And so you just kind of laugh the whole time and you're like, damn, dude, chill. But it's so good. And he talks about creating this routine. So if you have kids, do they not thrive when you have a routine or they have their schedule in high school or centers in preschool? And they, like, you could ask my 6-year-old right now, tell me about your day. And she's like, well, we do this and then we do this and then we do this. We have lunch, we do this, and then she'll go, we are at school for 7 hours, right? Yeah. But she knows what's filling in those 7 hours. So for us, the biggest thing ever that changed my life in 2018 was I started making my bed every day. I didn't care if Scott was still asleep in it. I would throw that pillow sham on his head and be like, move. Yeah. And I would make that bed because it was just one little ounce of control
It
and
is.
structure that I had in a house with 3 under 3 at one point. And to this day, I still do. We're in a cabin right now because we don't close on our new house till the 30th. And I'm making this cabin bed. And it's just like not even a checklist thing. It's part of my routine. It's who I am. Just like I know I need to eat my protein.
Right.
And I need to drink my greens. But it's like now, because if I don't make my bed, y'all know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat my protein. I'm going to go get Chick-fil-A for breakfast. And then it's like, if you give a mouse a cookie, but like a bad way. And then this happens and this happens.
Right.
And then your kids come home and you're yelling and they're yelling. You're filing for
And
divorce.
you have
It's the worst day
utter
ever.
chaos and you don't know why. And it's because
You didn't make your damn bed.
Right.
So make your bed.
That's
what this whole podcast is about.
Yeah. And so, okay, this is a perfect time to introduce our word of the day because you know how we started our little word of the day. So, out of the dictionary, our word today is roinsome. Roinsome.
Say it faster.
No, I can't even say it slow.
You can use it in a sentence.
Use it in a sentence. Stop yelling at me, Em. So, yeah, that would make your whole day roinsome.
All I'm thinking about is
because you didn't make your bed.
Are
roinsome. See how many ways you can.
They ruin some everything.
They ruin some Mondays. They ruin some Wednesdays. Some days they ruin some Fridays, which just really piss you off.
I went to the car wash and just laid down the seat. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. Laid down my seat because my daughter's car seat's in the very back. I drive a Suburban. It's black. I'm a black SUV mom.
Yeah.
Whatever that TikTok trend is, I'm her.
Yeah.
And so I laid down that seat, and I mean, it was ruined some.
It was.
It was so bad. So bad.
It was a whole. I need 4 free vacuums, please.
There was glitter. There was glitter.
Of course, there was glitter.
Play-Doh.
You know, she's making and creating, and she likes shiny. She is 1,020,000,000% your daughter.
Yeah.
And which is exactly
I did that.
You did, and you should be proud. She's cute as a freaking
bought her this like
button.
21-piece thing of Play-Doh, Clay-Doh. I don't even
and
know.
you gave it to her in the car.
I did. I did.
And now
it's in my cup holder.
Now she's talking
Forever.
about how their car is ruinsome. How she ruinsome your car.
It's ruinsome.
Yeah.
But that's when you said that word and immediately I thought of my backseat.
You're never gonna forget it.
No, never.
Yeah.
I'm gonna teach it to my
I feel
kids.
like you need a small bumper sticker that says my backseat is ruinsome.
Yes.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna tell my husband that too. Like you ruined
some
because I'll look at him and be like, 9 months, 3
Yeah.
times, and he'll say, my balls. 3 times. I'm
yeah.
like, he's ruined some.
Yeah. See?
Text him that when
there
we're
you
done
go.
with this. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Let him know. This whole episode was about you, Scott.
Yeah. Scotty
Scotty Boo. Yes.
That he's ruined some.
You just ruined some. You just ruined the whole
Lord have
thing.
mercy.
Well, that's some good advice. And I think that is, you've been doing this now for how long?
10 years in July.
10 years in July.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just me. We have a team of over 8,000 men and women now that do this with me all over the world. So US, New Zealand, Canada, Australia. And it's so cool because it doesn't matter where you mom, like all moms are, it's a lot to put on a bra. Like we're all there. Okay. And especially right now, inflation's crazy and people just need extra income. Like you don't have to go be an Uber Eats driver if you don't want to. You could do something like direct sales.
Tell everybody what the product is.
Oh, so the product I use is Plexus Products. They are an American company out of Phoenix, Arizona. Love them. Our headquarters is in Scottsdale. We have manufacturers everywhere, and you can drop ship product that makes you feel better, addresses the BIG, blood sugars, inflammation, gut health. And I'm a sucker for a good subscription, whether it's Amazon, wherever I can get it. If you can just bring it to me.
I started on it years ago when I have diverticulitis, and if you don't know what that is, you need to look it up. And I drove myself to, we were at our beach house, and it's New Year's Eve, and all the kids come. If one comes, 50 of them come, and it's like a tradition of ours. And so it was New Year's Day. It literally looked like there were dead bodies all over the place. It was just a bunch of 20-year-olds all passed out from a really good time. And I was on the couch, and I was thinking, okay, I am either going to birth a child that I am not showing and that I cannot have because I have no insides. And I mean, I was literally doing breathing, like whatever that breathing thing is, and all that nonsense. And I'm thinking, I have no idea. And I literally felt like somebody was just filleting my insides. Drove myself to the ER. They did CAT scans, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, I have diverticulitis, and then boom. And so, and I've been on it. She
sent me a text message. Hey, what's that plexus
what's
shit?
that stuff? And I need it. Tell me.
Direct quote.
Yeah. You know how my quotes are. What's that shit you've been selling lately that says that it makes you better?
Yep. And I did. We straight up did a probiotic drug deal in the middle of Lana Park.
We did.
She rolled up. I told her that she looked like Kid Rock with titties. And
and it kind of stuck. I don't know. Kind of made me feel good. Most people would be offended by that.
No.
I was like, rock on.
Let me just paint a picture. She gets out and you were wearing like a jumpsuit, kind of like what you have on right now, more blue collar. And you had a hat that said "Be fucking nice."
I did.
That's my favorite hat that you wear.
Yep.
It's totally your thing. And Scott was driving.
About that hat. Yeah.
He was like, I just love her. Like, I just love that hat. Like, that's something she would say to you.
And I go straight to Scarlett, goes nuts because she's in the car seat. And she goes straight. And I was like, thank God she can't read yet.
There was an animal in your car.
Oh, yeah.
Because my kids were like, Mom, I swear there's a llama in the back seat.
There
I'm
probably
like,
was.
Well, she's got like 100, so it wouldn't surprise me. And you were like, I need something, anything. And so I handed you that product.
Yep.
And I think you paid cash that day and you were like, help me. I need to subscribe. Help me. And so then that relationship, like, we bonded that day. Because if I have to help you with poop or your body of some sort, like, I've seen it all, been there, done that.
Right.
I mean, from a boob job to an explant to a hysterectomy at 28, like, my body has been through the ringer. And then I got a mommy makeover because nobody wants a poop. Well, I didn't want a poop. I can't speak for everybody. Maybe you do.
Maybe.
But we've been through some things.
Each their own, yeah.
And I'm like, listen, if you are in your 20s, your collagen production is drastically declining. You definitely need a multivitamin, and it cannot be the Flintstones. You might as well eat construction paper. And then you need to up your protein. And you're just gonna be nicer. You're gonna be so much nicer if you eat more protein. Especially the moms out there that are like, I just hate everybody. You're hungry.
Yeah.
You're hungry. Eat a sandwich, sis.
Yeah. Seriously.
And take your vitamins. And so that's where I come in. I share a lot of everything I do on social media. I'm always at a ballpark and make a lot of my content at a ballpark. And then Scott and I have this just thriving business that we've done for the last 10 years. He has his too. We're those network marketing people. We've earned the cars. Kind of like Mary Kay has pink Cadillacs. Yep. Plexus has the Plexus Lexus. I opted in for the Suburban because my kids are ruining some. Because they'll ruin a Lexus.
You're just making my Gypsy so happy right now. I love it. I love it.
That's what we've been doing. And you can be successful. You can find success just in the craziest of things. And for me, it was network marketing.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that industry. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
You should be. I mean, it's very stoked. I was really, really excited that you accepted my day to come hang out and take time to come hang out on my porch.
This is going to be real.
I know. And I'm really proud of us. We've been behaving.
You know, I didn't bust out one accent.
Hey,
next time we're fully recording with British accent.
Next time we're bringing Kel because y'all know my Kel and this one, and I don't know that the porch is ready for both of you at the same time. Nobody's ready.
No bras will be worn.
No, hey, we can do whatever we want. It's my porch.
Yep, the bangs will be banging,
and
the girls will be
whatever they'll be doing.
Probably.
Yeah. But I think it's really cool that you have done what you've done, and it's very impressive. A mom of 3 making a shit ton.
Gangsta money is what we say.
Gang. There it is.
That's what my 10-year-old says. I don't know what that means.
Whatever.
Okay.
We can put that in the Gypsy.
Great. Gang.
But yeah. Yeah.
Please do.
That's a whole nother episode. It's a whole nother episode. But I think it is. And so and you guys, you go on trips.
Yep. We're about to go to Vegas, and then we're going to Maui. I kind of love that about my company. They saw the wildfires and the crazy things that happened over there, and my company was like, we got to help their economy. And so we're going back to Maui. We went to Mexico before. I mean, kind of go all over the place. And so if you're a mom and you're like, I want a vacation, I want a mani-pedi, I like setting goals, then this type of industry is for you. I mean, you just show up and you learn, and you're gonna suck. You're gonna be so bad at it in the beginning. I look back at old content and videos, and I'm like, get me off the internet, you know?
Yeah.
But now I'm like, no, because that was a part of me learning.
And it's a part of growth. Yeah. I mean, it's just life in general.
I tell my kids that. Yeah. I'm like, Sterling is playing select ball. He's not the best.
Right.
It's a challenge for him.
Yeah.
He's his mother's child. He wants to be the best. And so I'm like, there's this little audio on TikTok and it's like, I don't suck. I'm just new at everything. And so now he'll say that jokingly, but it's because I'm like, dude, you don't suck. You're just new.
You're just new.
You gotta figure it out.
Right.
New moms.
Yeah.
Newlyweds.
Right.
Whatever it is you're new at, new business owners. Like, you don't suck. You just got to learn something. You just lack a little bit of knowledge.
It's all right.
So
it's all right to fall.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
totally.
okay to stumble and trip and whatever. It's what you do with it afterwards. And
100%.
I've said it one time. I've said it a million times.
That'll be the next podcast. I'll tell you how to screw up your marriage and then stay married.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a real good.
Buckle up.
Yeah. We're going to need seatbelts for the porch on that show.
Remember that uncle I married?
Yeah.
This one's for him.
Yeah. Oh, I cannot wait. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. But we will definitely have to have you back. But I'm really, really stoked. And I if you guys have any questions or want to get in touch with Emily, you can always reach out to me. I definitely know how to get a hold of her. Yeah. If not, her kids will answer their phones and they will go get her and say, hey,
they'll probably just decline your
Gypsy.
call.
Yeah. It's Gypsy on the phone. Mom.
They're playing Candy Crush. They can't talk right
now. Yeah. They're busy. Occupado. It's one of my favorite words. But yeah, so is there anything else that you can think of that they should know? Tell them some of your handles, how to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
Plexus.
So you can follow me on Instagram at official Emily Roberts. On Facebook, you can follow me. It's Emily Victoria Roberts because, it's where I get in trouble a lot. So I put the middle name. I don't have TikTok. I refuse. But I do have a YouTube channel. If you're already in the industry of marketing or sales, a lot of my training is uploaded on YouTube. And you can follow there just to get a general idea of how to brand yourself. I'm published in a Momentum Maker book on personal brand and the art of storytelling. I have plenty of copies of that on hand. I would love to send you one if you're like, help me build a brand. Who am I? I didn't know. I'm 34. I didn't know. I'm funny. And I make a mean grilled cheese. Hey. But like, who is she?
Yeah.
I am a great partner at karaoke bars.
Yeah.
I'm left-handed.
Hey.
And I married my ex-boyfriend's uncle. I feel like that's just my best fun fact.
And now if that does not,
girl.
I mean.
If you don't want to be my best friend.
Yeah.
You suck.
Yeah.
I have a lot to bring to the table.
And now you'll know why we hit it off. The moment, literally 2 seconds into a conversation was like, okay. Yeah. I feel like we will.
Pretty sure I stole your nail color.
It was
like
fine.
You were getting your toes painted and I was like, I want that.
And then I'll have whatever. I'll have what she's having.
Yeah. Next thing you know, champagne? I'm at your ranch and licked by a camel.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah. Yeah. Who is this woman? Yep.
No.
Yep.
My kids literally think you're Mary Poppins.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, they flutter around my place.
That's
like
a really good, you're ruined some Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mary Poppins,
your kids are going to grab a hold of some 4-letter words they should never ever say out in the general public. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to probably,
That's
but
right. They heard it here first.
I know. I know your mom, so I know they've heard it around.
Shout out to Lala.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, let's pimp her out.
Let's do it.
56. She's got green eyes, brown hair.
She's beautiful.
So beautiful.
They look like twin sisters.
I know. When she
twin
pushes
sisters.
Scarlett around HEB, they're like, "Are you her mom?" And she says yes. I'm like, "That's grandma."
Yeah,
I did that.
I'm right here. Yeah.
She's so cute. She lives in Canyon Lake, and she's single.
Yeah,
so
she is, and we'll throw a little. You're welcome. She's gonna kill us.
Lala.
She is going to kill us.
She's already beat red, and she didn't even know this exists.
I know. She loves me, so it's fine. She'll be fine. Yep. We will. We'll send we'll do a little. A little photo thingy that can. Yeah. What do you call that? You're that person.
I know what you're talking about. Or like a New Braunfels speed date. And just tell her like, hey, we're going to eat at Chili's, and we took over Chili's with speed dating.
We can do that. We could take her up to the ranch.
New Braunfels eligible bachelors. They're all going to show up in their skinny jeans and fitted hats.
And we'll have Leroy interview him, the camel. Yeah.
If he doesn't lick you, you're out.
Yeah. Or if he doesn't talk to you, or if he doesn't smile at you, you're unacceptable.
We have a selfie. My husband and I have this selfie. The first time we went to her, because we were like standing in the middle of your ranch, like, there's a lot going on. You were building your she shack.
I was building my she shed. Did you just call it a shack?
I thought
our relationship is over.
I ruined it.
You ruined some.
She shed.
The whole she shed. She just turned it into a shack. You're a shithead.
And my bad.
Yeah.
She was building her she shed.
Yes.
You had just gotten those new dogs.
Yeah.
My
big dogs from Romania.
Yeah.
And my monster
They're
dogs.
bigger than Volkswagens.
They're bigger than, yeah.
And Leroy came walking on up. I was taking a selfie with a different animal, and he literally photobombed, and he's making this face like, it's so funny.
Can you please do that again for everybody?
I will never. No, she will not. But Scott was like, that is a great representation of the camel. So if you've never been, I suggest.
Well, and then you carried on. I mean, you've mentioned your butt several times and how cute
it's
it is.
Real.
It is real.
No BBL up in here.
She says they've just never seen a butt like this. And I was like, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're very blessed.
My kid's called a donkey butt.
Yeah.
So there's that. Keeping me humble.
See, and I have nothing of the sort.
I just fit in on your farm, that's all.
Because they're like, what in the hell is that?
Like, who's this
they've
lady?
never seen anything like that
jealous,
before. Like,
all.
yeah, we all are. We all are. I mean, let's all be honest here. Yeah, it's a full-on thing.
I'm trying to think of something like super random besides. So for those of you out there with fake boobs, had those for years. Got really sick. Literally was like special diet, doing this, doing that. And my doctor was like, just throwing this out there, you may be someone that has BII. And so I got my tits out in 2021, and it literally changed my entire face. Like, I thought I just had a cute squishy face.
Yeah.
Turns out my body was mad at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look at this, I got cheekbones again. But best thing that ever happened to me, which this is really weird, but my grandfather used to say more than a mouthful is too much. And he was very he
think about that for a minute.
May he rest in peace. But he was there. He took care of me after I got my boob job because Scott deployed. And so nothing like being a 19-year-old with fake tits, can't wipe yourself or move your arms above your shoulders.
Yeah.
And he was my roommate, my grandpa's roommate. And he was like, I've been wiping your ass since you were a toddler. I can do it now. And I was like, Poppy, no,
this is awkward.
Have poop butt. Just no.
This is
Don't
so ruined some of our relationship.
It was so ruined some. But I just think about that now because I had like a little bit of like a vanity thing going on. I had fake boobs for 12 years.
Yeah.
And was like filling my Kardashian self out, and then didn't have any. And so now, because when you're 34 and you're like skinny fat and you're like, I work out when I can.
Right.
My kids, we're at a ball field every day of the week.
Yep.
And so I'm like in this weird season. And then my husband's like, you good?
Yeah.
You got enough.
Yeah.
You got enough butt to make up for them. So we're
good.
It's all good.
That's good.
But if you're like, what's wrong with me?
So what made you, what led that? Besides, what were your symptoms?
Yeah. Crazy joint issues, like borderline rheumatoid arthritis. They were about to diagnose me with that. And I was only 28, 29. And I was like, there's no way.
Right.
I was like, I'm addressing gut health. I'm addressing this. Like,
yes.
Do you know what I do for a living? And
right.
they're like, but your body is mad.
Yeah.
So we eliminated dairy, tried to eliminate sugars the best that we could. It's hidden in everything. It was kind of hard. Cut out alcohol. I've been sober for almost 18 months. And I'm like, what else can we do? And a friend of mine got hers out. I didn't fly. I drove to Arkansas. Dr. Eric Wright. He's a girl dad, and he was just so thoughtful. And he was like, I don't know if anybody's listening to you or not, but like, I think you're making a great choice for your body. So I had to sit in there and I had to make a pro and cons list of like titties, no titties. That's what the list said. And it just turned out no titties is it. And so got them removed, literally woke up out of, anesthesia. And I felt like I could run a mile. And he told me, he was like, you're going to wake up. All my patients say this. You're going to wake up. You feel so good. And you're going to you just had crazy surgery. Like chill.
Yeah. Relax.
She did not chill.
No.
Where's my narrator?
Yeah.
She in fact had zero chill.
Yeah.
I went to a casino that night. We were staying at a hotel because obviously we're not Arkansas people. And so we're staying at this hotel that had a casino attached and had my drains, wore my husband's giant ass Nike sweatshirt.
There you go.
Walk into this casino, win $5,000, and then go to bed.
Hello.
Scott was like, girl, maybe them implants were bad luck. So yeah, and it was so crazy. And like, if you do follow me on Instagram, I have a highlight bubble that says explant. Click on it. Because yes, I was blonde back then, but even more so, like, look at my face. It's so puffy and miserable. And then the next day, like post surgery, I'm sitting there like this, and like immediately I have cheekbones. Like,
that is so crazy because, normally after a surgery, you're swollen everywhere.
Yep.
You're swollen everywhere just from all the fluids they pump through your body, blah, blah, blah. Wow.
I felt so good. And after that, obviously came back home to Texas. We were doing great. For the next year, I had to focus on like detox and, because basically your body builds up scar tissue around an implant, no matter what it is, boobs, like anything.
Yeah. Gage, my oldest, just had shoulder surgery, and he had underneath his, he just had scar tissue from, and I was like, what, you never even had, like, what happened? But it's just from the football and the pads and the beating and the beating and the beating. And they just literally removed scar tissue out of his chest that literally.
Mine looked like a placenta.
So did his.
It's so weird.
So did his.
And I have my implants in like a tub in the top of my closet. Scarlett carried them around for like a few days and was like, Mom,
they're so squishy.
Are these gonna come out of my boobs? Yeah. I was like, no.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that when you're a little bit older.
Yeah.
She just was like, so traumatized, right?
Right.
And then my middle child, the drains, because they're just so gross.
They're so gross. Oh,
Mom, can you put on a jacket?
Yeah.
I was like, yes, I can put on a jacket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now will you talk to me? Yes.
Yeah.
Those were disgusting. I'm like, thank you, Gentry.
Yeah.
So, anyways, healed a good 6 to 8 months. I have very minimal scarring, and I feel really, really good. And that led to walking, which led to running. And then Scott and I did our first half marathon in December.
So awesome.
And y'all, I had triple G's.
Yeah.
Like, they were massive, like Pamela Anderson boobs on this little 5'3" body. And I hadn't ran since probably high school. No. I mean, I had no desire to run. If I'm running, you better be running because someone's coming after us.
Yeah.
And
same.
So we ran this half marathon. And I mean, I remember getting like, we trained for 2 months, like nothing extreme, because I was like, this is just for me. Like, this isn't for, I'm not trying to win a medal.
Yeah.
And we're like at mile 9, and I didn't want to die. I didn't want to kill my husband. I was just like, I'm at mile 9. And I haven't stopped. And Scott was like, don't stop. Your feet are going to be like, don't stop.
Don't.
And so we finished that, hobbled around downtown San Antonio. It was the rock and roll race. Super fun.
Yes.
And literally for 2 days could not walk. We army crawled around our house because your whole every muscle just like curls up inside itself.
Oh.
My kids thought it was hilarious because they just got away with everything because we could not.
Because y'all could not move.
Yeah. And
awesome.
It was just a really cool moment for us as a couple to do it together.
Yeah.
Him being in the Marine Corps, he ran for years, and too. So it's like,
no,
it's just a really cool thing for us to do, and probably won't do one again.
Right. But hey,
I do not.
There's that
as a runner.
bucket list, and you checked it off, and you did it, and
yeah, that was it.
No,
so
that's awesome.
Now we're going to go back to lifting heavy things and putting them back down because that's more our speed.
That's more, yeah.
But it was just really cool to see like that one choice. Back when I was 19, led to this choice postpartum, after 3 kids with like saggy fake boobs.
Yeah.
And then now it's like the itty bitty titty committee, and we eat for it.
That's awesome. That's such a cool story.
Thanks.
Well, I'm so glad you came and hung on my porch with me today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Your porch is so cute.
Thank you. So cool. Everybody, this is Emily Roberts. Y'all look her up on all the handles. She just throw them all at you. Mm-hmm. Hey, ruin some. Don't let anybody ruin some of your day today.
Yeah, don't.
Hey, get out on your porch. Go see some sunshine.
Some sunshine.
Yeah.
We're under a severe weather warning.
I know. Supposed to do a photo shoot later in the week. We got to cancel. We canceled that. So it's all good. We need the rain. We need the rain. We need the rain.
Yes, thank you, Lord, for the rain.
We need the rain. Yeah, but stay tuned. Em will be back. She's not going to stay away too long. My porch is too cool. Come on.
So cool. I'm going to bring my dog next time.
Yes.
Okay.
Tiger's always on the porch, but yeah.
Chilling.
But yeah, you got to bring Winston. She has a
mountain doodle.
Yes. And he is cool as all get out. He's awesome.
He's a lover.
So, well, we were fortunate to be fortunate. You guys like, share, do all the things. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for hanging with us. Bye.